Hello, everyone, and welcome back to today's Friday reading. Happy Friday, everyone. Before getting started, I do want to remind you that if you don't like your reality, you have the right to live in your delusions, in your imagination, because our nervous system can't tell the difference between what is real and what is perceived, because everything is a matter of perception anyway. How we view the world based on our 3D is going to be different from person to person. So remember that, because we're covering the Page of Pentacles today. And in this case, the Page of Pentacles is definitely a reminder that if you have some sort of ideas that you think are naive or you think that you need to have a set game plan for, that isn't the case. The whole purpose of having ideas and actually succeeding with them is just merely a matter of momentum. If you can allow yourself to move forward, you are never going to fail, because even if you have a sense of setbacks in anything that you do, if something doesn't work out the way that you wanted to, that is just a call to action that that pathway is not for you, that there's a different pathway that you need to take, and that is a matter of success as well. Because if one door closes, that means that you don't have to waste your time on that door anymore, and that means that you can continue moving forward towards your goals, towards your ideas, towards your plans. This is also to say that you have a good basis to getting started with this. If you have an idea, that is enough. That is enough for you to get started. That is enough for you to push towards the things that you want. And that is very important in the current state of the world as well, that if you are feeling lost, if you can manage to cling to something that gives you a sense of excitement, something that gives you a goal that you can fight for, that you can work towards, it's very important today. Don't take that for granted. With that being said, what is this idea? Three of Pentacles, you are going to have to work with other people. If you are having trouble with your idea right now, and you might potentially be at a standstill, that is because teamwork is going to be important here. We are social creatures whether you like it or not, and that means that you're going to have to work with other people in a team to be able to achieve your dream. But that is also to say that there is a community of people who are like-minded, who have the same idea as you, who have the same goals as you, who have the same, maybe even different aspects of the same idea as you that you can bounce off of. So try to find your people, try to find the people that you can work with, and remember that you can't do everything alone, and you shouldn't be doing everything alone. Even when healing relationships, whether that be working relationships or friendships that could potentially lead you to making this idea a more valid plan, you can't heal that alone, because that is the whole point of the word relationship. Yes, you can heal your relationship with yourself, but you can't heal your relationship with the world around you if you don't communicate with other people. So remember that if you want your goals and your ideas to actually manifest into something more beautiful, get the support that you need, get the help that you deserve, or get just a group of people who you can bounce ideas off of. If this is related to your manifestations of some sort of goals and ideas with your manifestations, bounce it off with other people. They are going to keep you accountable, whether that be on social media and just making an account based on your manifestations and the things that you're going to achieve in 2026. This could also be related to just talking to your friends and your family members and getting your idea out there. Again, having that sense of accountability. If you say something out loud, it becomes a little bit more permanent. It forces you to get out of your imaginative state of mind and start living those delusions in real life, and that is important as well. So don't drag down the idea of teamwork, the importance of teamwork, and how much working with other people will keep you accountable to actually achieve your goals, achieve your ideas, and have your ideas become a lot more solidified in a sense that you can actually achieve the things that you think are delusions. Because as I said in the beginning, everything is a matter of perspective, and if you view your ideas as being delusional, yes, they're going to be that way. But if you start seeing that every single wild idea was a wild idea at one point and is now a lot more practical than you think it used to be, whether that be in your own personal life or if you see the people who are successful right now, you're going to be a lot more better off. And the difference between you and those people is that sense of delusion, of making something wild become logical and practical. And you can do that too. Just work with other people. Seven of Swords is popping up. That is an association of you being a little bit cautious and afraid of your own ideas and your own thoughts. Maybe you're afraid of failing. Maybe you're afraid of rejection. Maybe you're afraid, or you have some sort of doubts deep down that this is not going to work out for you. But those doubts is what actually keep you in failure mode. As I always say, you will only fail if you stop trying. That is the definition of failure in my mind. That if you keep going regardless of anything that is happening, none of your experiences are failures, because they are merely experiences. But if you just simply sit down and give up, shrivel up, and let your ideas die away, that is where true failure lies, because you stop trying. But if you continue moving forward, if you are not afraid of your own doubts, if you don't let your doubts tie you down and keep you from achieving your goals, you are going to be a lot more better off. And again, that's why accountability can be very helpful for you here, because even if you think your ideas are delusional, if you share those ideas with other people, maybe they can let you know that your doubts are actually not as valid as you think they are. So stop being in your head. The only limitations that exist are the ones that you create for yourself. You're the only person who is being doubtful and being cautious. And that sense of doubt and caution is what is keeping you grounded in the sense of delusion, in the sense of this not being able to work out, in a sense that your ideas aren't valid enough to become something that is more physical in this 3D realm, but that is only what you perceive. How can you have more confidence to actually bring this idea to life? Take risks. Four of Pentacles is falling out. Knowing that you have the proper stability right here, right now. I don't know why that just made me so excited. That if you take that risk, if you finally push forward with your ideas, you are going to be okay. Life is like a saved game. You can always go back to a previous saved state. No matter what you do, you will always have that support system for you. Maybe that's why it's so important for you to understand that you have a support system. And there's a lot of pentacles falling out. This is definitely associated with finances or a sense of stability, that you're afraid of losing stability if you finally push towards your goals. But again, nothing is a failure if you are just here to experience, and nothing is going to be a failure in your case anyway, because you either have savings or you have a proper support system that is going to lift you up, even if you lose everything, which you won't in this case, because you have too much and you're not going to lose all of that. And you are very afraid of getting out of your comfort zone, and I completely understand that, but you have to understand that you're only going to survive if you are living in your comfort zone. You are never going to start living, because life is all about experiencing new things. Life is all about enjoying the little things and following your curiosity and building up a cabinet of curiosities for yourself that is going to keep you interested, that is going to show you that you are worthy of everything that you have been through. And I think that looking back at your past stability and how far you've grown and how much you've been through, and knowing that every single thing that was difficult for you in your past, you have handled beautifully. It has gotten you to this place, and yes, you might not be fully happy because you're afraid of stepping out into something new, but at the same time, you know that you're going to succeed because you've done it before. You've done more difficult things before, and you are going to achieve even more amazing things. But again, matter of perspective. You need to get out of your delusions in terms of your doubts. Your doubts are also delusional. Your doubts are also impractical. Your doubts are also not logical, and they're not helping you live a better life with success and not stability, but excitement. You deserve excitement. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to wake up every single morning wanting to do something that you actually, see in your lifetime. All of these ideas that you have planted, all of this inspiration that you might potentially want to spread with the world. But it's a matter of finding the right people who are going to be in your corner, who are going to lift you up, who are going to support you. And this could even be yourself, that you need to learn to work in a team with yourself, that you need to learn to work with your doubts and tell them that they need to go away because it's time for you to really step out of your comfort zone. It's time for you to stop being so cautious regardless of how difficult things may be, because you've done it for too long. You've been in the state of caution for way too long, and it's time for change. It's genuinely time for change. Five of Wands, do not be afraid of the competition. Do not be afraid of the challenges. Again, challenges and setbacks are merely just experiences. And if your goal is to just be here and to experience the world fully, that is going to come with challenges. But if you can push forward, if you can overcome any of these setbacks, you are going to be more successful than the person next to you, or even the person that you idolize. Stop idolizing people and start idolizing yourself, because you are capable of everything. You have overcome so many challenges, and you are going to overcome so many more to actually bring you closer to your successes, to bring you closer to your goals, to your manifestations, to that dream life that you were thinking of. But you need to understand that you have to take risks in order for that to happen, and those risks also involve you working with other people. Get yourself out there. Get out of your head. And you don't have to be so cautious. I know that caution has kept you surviving for this long, but caution is keeping you in survival mode, not in living mode.